Alright, this will be the final video for the David the Good Food Forest / Grocery Row challenge before October 31st. So it's really coming along, as you can see, but I'll go briefly through what we've got going on here. For trees, we have the pawpaw trees, which are still surviving with the 75% shade cloth. We also have a kumquat over there and a Fuya persimmon, which lost all its leaves. I'm hoping it's just due to the cold weather. And we have an American persimmon right over there, which I'm thinking once it turns colder and it loses all of its leaves, I might try to chop down or chop to be more manageable. Then as far as shrubs, we have 4 blueberry bushes. Here's the first one, and then we've got another one which I planted in the pothole that had developed during Hurricane Helene. And then we've got another one right over there. See if I can zoom in. There she is. And another one in the back. And we also have a mulberry tree, looking more like a shrub, but tree or shrub, whatever. And then there's a blackberry, seems to be hanging in there. And this one is a raspberry, which is not doing as well, but it counts for the challenge, right? And then we have lots of vegetables here. So we've got like lettuce, we've got broccoli, we've got cauliflower. Looks like we even have some weeds trying to grow up on my garlic here. Although I've been impressed with the wood chip method so far. Very easy to handle the weeds. Over here I planted some rutabaga seeds because the first sowing did not seem to get too many in there. We've got some radishes, or what's left of the radishes. I've been eating some in my salads and sauteing the greens with my eggs. Got lots of lettuce. I've been trying to pinch off the flowers to prevent them from molting more. We've got our cauliflower and broccoli over here, which had been assaulted by cabbage worms. Some people in the group, David the Good school group, had said they were cabbage worms. So I pulled off probably 2 dozen, and it seems that they are doing much better since then. We've got some cilantro, which some is now bolting. I'm gonna let that bolt. Maybe it can get some beneficial insects in here. But the others are doing well. Got some purple bok choy. These are some of David the Good's daikon radishes, and they are looking really cool. It's my first time growing any of these, but I'm looking forward to lacto-fermenting these. And then over here, our asparagus bed is still plugging along here. Lots of little asparaguses, not sure, but they're there. And our cold weather snap peas doing well on the tomato cage. And I've got some, I just put this up today. I wanted to make an easy kind of trellis thing. We'll see if it works. Might need to be higher, but already enjoyed eating some of the snap peas, feeding some to our kids. Over here we've got some kohlrabi, which is doing well. I think the same cabbage moth had started to taste some of that. And over here we've got some of David the Good's landrace carrots. There's that other blueberry bush. Here we have some collard greens. I need to cook up some collard greens because this is looking far too prolific. I don't want it to take over the whole garden. We got more bok choy. I keep trying to pinch the flowers off, try to keep it from bolting, try to encourage more growth. Arugula is doing great, and the bugs do not seem to be eating it, so I love having that in my salad. And then the spinach. Spinach did not do too well. I think I had planted it too early when it was warm, too warm. And some of them bolted and died. And then I put some seeds here. So I'm hoping that the seeds will take up. Got more of David the Good's daikon radishes in that row. Let's go over this way. And then here we have some coral carrots. Got like, I think 4 rows of those, and they seem to be doing well. And then I've got, I believe these are some more collard greens. And up there I'm trying to grow some spinach, but again, I think it might be a little too warm for that. Lettuce is doing great. I just enjoy thinning it out and eating it. And then here we've got some purple cauliflower that it's struggling, but I think it'll make it. And then we got this aloe vera, which is doing better than it was, I think, just because I've tried to keep from watering it. So I try to, we got some nutsedge here. You know, they say not to pull it up because it'll multiply, but trying not to water it seems to be doing better. And up here we have more collard greens. And then we have another little fig cutting there. And all along here, if you see along the edge, we have garlic and onions, as well as some seeds that I spilled there on accident. And then over here, we have the boys' garden. They planted some lettuce and beets, and they were very excited to see that their beans, warm weather beans, not sure what they were, they got them from the library, have a single bean. So we're going to let that seed, and then we'll try to have even more beans next year. But the lettuce, I love this lettuce. It's doing so great. It's butter crunch lettuce. The beets, they seem to be having some trouble, but they're doing better now. It's getting colder, so I might just need to wait next year. Okra, still very prolific. Got probably half a pound of okra that I need to pickle. And the watermelon here is doing well. I've harvested 3 of them, and only 1 was ripe. What I've been doing, I've been trying to look at the tendril, so you can see this tendril is dried up, but for the other melons, that did not mean it was ripe. So I am leaving it for a little bit longer. And then I took I'm calling it a winter mix of seeds, and I just broadcast it all over. It's collards and spinach and all kinds of stuff. And cabbage, I just threw it all out here, thinking that as the watermelon dies back, then that will grow up. So we'll see how it works. But so far I like that the watermelon, all this was completely covered. Seems to have done a good job killing the grass and anything underneath it. And then we've got some fun things that I got from other members of the school group, the Survivor, well, not Survivor, that was an old TV show, Food Forest Survival. Anyway, David the Good's school, I planted some ginger and turmeric that one of the members had sent me over here in this patch. And then he sent a bunch of elderberry cuttings. So I went ahead and just stuck a lot of them in the ground, so you can see kind of like every 3 or 4 feet here. I just stuck them in there. I don't know if they'll make it. I also put some in pots that I'll have inside, just in case these don't make it through the winter. And then he also gave me some prickly pear cactus, which I just kind of stuck here. And we'll see if that does. I'm trying again not to water it. Here I planted some more beets. I just had a bare patch, so I thought I'd put some beets there. And then if we go over here, I put some more beets. And these are starting to come up already. So you can see where I put them. That's good. So hopefully now that it's colder, I'll get lots of beets. I'll probably have more beets than I know what to do with. Same thing here. And just clear the little patch and put some, that's an oak tree, but you can see hopefully the seedlings there. And then the final thing, we'll go over here. I think the most prolific part of the garden is Mary. You can see she's got her lantana garden over here. Beautiful. But then I put some fava beans. I just directly sowed these fava beans, and I'm hoping that they will grow up on this trellis. And then I did the same thing right over there. And then also we got a Camellia sinensis, a tea plant, and then some other pollinator plants. So that is the entry for the 2024 David the Good Food Forest / Grocery Row Challenge.